Oh, well, hello there. That music sounds really loud, doesn't it? Welcome to Candor with Katie. We're going to talk about weird things people lie about online tonight, but I'm going to roll my intro first, and then I'll be back. So, hang on a sec. Oh, they changed this up on me. Okay, I'll be right back. Boom! Let's do this. Hello. All right, this I get on these weird tangents, you know. So I last week I was just I don't ever get in those moods where you're just like, ugh. So I thought today it would just be really funny because I want to do something funny. As usual, I kind of always do, but things people lie about online for clout. Why do people do that? I don't know. I'm only streaming live to Facebook. I upload to YouTube now. I've been feeling a little discouraged lately because I think I need to figure out a better system, but that is okay. Let's talk about this because it is like why lie? So there's a thing on here and it says there's a difference, between misinformation and misinformation and disinformation. They're often used interchangeably. Oh my God, interchangeably. Okay. However, there's a clear distinction between the two. According to the University of Melbourne professor, Dr. Greg Nielassi, the difference lies in the intent. So disinformation is a falsehood spread in bad faith, while misinformation is incorrectly disseminated without knowing it's incorrect. So you tell me, this is where I got the info, okay? You tell me whether you think these people intentionally or unintentionally put these posts up, okay? Okay, so the first one is, last week I corrected my professor in art history class, and she took it pretty hard. I basically proved her knowledge wrong and got thrown out of class for it. Thankfully, the rest of the students protested this move and followed me out. They asked me to hold the next class at my house and teach them the next chapter. Eventually, we all went to the department head and complained. So the teacher is now suspended, and I have an A in the class. And then someone replied with, we're in the same class, right? We literally had a lecture today that you didn't even show up to, and you have the audacity to spread these lies. Okay, see, and that's what's funny to me is like, why, especially with the internet, like there's other people that can prove you didn't do it. This is what freaks me out about celebrities and stuff when they lie about stuff. Why does it take so long for things to be, come out in the open and stuff, It's just funny to me. So anyway, that's the first one. And like that's the other thing, especially if you're at a huge university, right? Like you don't think other people in class are going to see your post? Okay, my password is 29 digits and people's jaws drop when I stop, go back like 20 digits, fix something, retype, and it's correct. Okay, and then I have some of the comments in here, which I don't have all of them, but that must have said something about clapping or something at some point. But sometimes these comments on it, the grammar, I'm like, really? People just post this online? How do you notice where you made a mistake if you basically finish typing the password? Someone figures they made a mistake as they make it, not 20 digits after. And then why are people watching you put the password? And this says, everyone clapped afterwards? I didn't see the clap part on there, but there you go. Hang on, I got to check. I don't have anybody on here, but that's okay. I got to make sure I'm actually public. That happened to be in my past before. I am. It's probably because I'm at an earlier time. Okay, so next one. Waitress to my 5-year-old daughter. You could be a waitress when you grow up. And the daughter says, or I could own the restaurant. And then please tell me what this comment is. Oh, I see. That's probably Pam on here. Hang on one sec. What's this comment by Johnny? This didn't happen so much that it unhappened things that had. What? Why lie about this stuff, Hey, Pam says, I can see ya. Thank you, Pam. You're the best. You're always here. You're my fave. Okay, so I don't know if you see that little cat thing, that cat meme. I was like, huh? What kind of a comment is that? If you actually can decipher that, let me know. Okay. Haha, this reminds me of a time that I helped a random woman who approached me to find her way to a cafe she was looking for, and then her angry 6-foot boyfriend showed up out of nowhere and said, "Don't talk to her. She's mine." What is this, 1950 on a sandy beach? Okay, move before I flatten you. I simply responded with, "Excuse me, this beautiful lady asked me a question and she has her own life. Maybe if you weren't so insecure, you wouldn't be so angry all the time." People around me started going, "Ooh." And then the woman said, "Scott, I'm leaving you. I found someone else." And then she kissed me in the front of the cheering crowd. He ran away crying, and we've been together 8 years now. Do you honestly believe that story? Just, first of all, unfortunately, men don't believe that they can cry in public, which you can, men, but they're not. He's not going to run away crying, and I guarantee you, he'd defend if he already was like, "She's mine," and doing that. It's just such. Why do this? It's just funny. And then, like I said, Bev says, "Nope." Like I said, wouldn't their friends know that they're lying about this? They're like, "Hey, Scott." Oh no, Scott's the other guy. Hey, Bob. You don't even have a girlfriend. All right, so here's another one with absolutely atrocious grammar, but I'm going to read it as it is, okay? Thinking about the time an old dude offered me 3K to go back to a hotel and sleep with him, and I said, "Nah, I don't sew that." He asked for my Venmo anyway and sent me 2K and said, "Just stay you." I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Once we went to the dentist with my mom, I know and it was just us and one other guy in the waiting room. Jurassic Park was starting on the TV, so we sat and waited through the entire movie. No names called. As the credits rolled, the other man got up and called my mom's name. He was the dentist. Okay, so I've heard stories like this before, and some of these are across like multiple things. This is not true. First of all, would you wait an entire hour and a half or longer, because I think these movies are longer, before saying, "Excuse me, we have an appointment at 2. And really, the dentist can't afford his own to watch at his house or at a movie theater? My friend decided to turn lesbian a few weeks ago, and today we were arguing about it, and I said, "Oh my God, this one is going to drive you freaking bananas." Are you ready for this one? I said, "Do you really want to be 50 and not have kids?" It was like a light went off in her head. Suddenly, she was crying on the floor. "I hope it's not too late to find a man," she said. Nope. Nope. I guarantee this did not happen. People assume this all the time. This is so rude, right? So this is somebody who obviously thinks all women should have kids, all people in general. There's a YouTube guy I watched. Now I can't think of his name. And he got a whole bunch of backlash for saying he didn't want kids. And people are like, "You're going to regret that when you're older." I don't have kids. I don't regret it. I'm a woman, Pam says, fake news. I know, right? And I certainly wouldn't fall on the ground and cry about it, But I'm also not a lesbian. Okay, there's two of these. And so they're similar, so that's what I'm going to show you. So today I decided to cause trouble. I went to a restaurant, and after seeing every table being occupied by couples, I took out my phone and made a very loud phone call saying, "Yes, girlfriend," whatever, maybe Sarah, "your man is here with another woman. Just come and see." 8 men got up and left. Oh my God, that would be awesome if that was actually true. So here's the similar version that was like, I was looking forward to dining, but unfortunately it was crowded. So the wait time was 30 minutes. This person said, "Oh, hey, get over here now. He's with another woman." And so to their surprise, 6 couples got up and left. So first of all, I don't think that even if you were doing that, you'd get up and leave. Okay, so it's like the thing that just happened at the Coldplay concert, right? Like, and if you don't know that, maybe I'll talk about that next week. But basically, it's a couple that were both married to other people. I think the woman had been separated or something, but they're at a public concert. Coldplay is doing this, the thing like kiss cam or whatever. And then as soon as it gets on them, they freak out and the guy like ducks down. It's the same thing with that, right? Like if you call attention to it, then you're more apt to get caught. If they would have just been cool, calm, and collected, who knows? I'm not advocating that they need to stay on the sidelines, but still, it's your reactions, right? "Yo, I got some awesome news. I went to my son's school today to switch my son out of his class to another, but the assistant principal mentions the super moon last night. And there I go, LOL. To make a long story short, 15 minutes later, a flat earth class from me, she was mind blown. She'd never heard of this, and she couldn't believe, nice spelling, the evidence that I was explaining to her. She is now basically going home to study this, and hopefully I just caught a big fish for us. I got me a assistant principal, y'all. Could somebody please explain to me where the flat earthers came from? Please. Please. Bagged themselves an assistant principal. Doctor, you lost 12 pounds since the last time I saw you. Me. Coffee. Is that how you respond? Coffee. Doctor. Coffee? Me. Coffee. Pulls out a pack of skinny coffee and shows her the ingredients. Doctor, sign me up. And that's how my doctor became my customer today. Now that's a really horrible, like, fake news lie or whatever, because this is somebody trying to get somebody to buy their product, and you shouldn't have to lie about it to do that, right? Okay, so Pam, I see there's only one person online. I can't see who's here, but I know you're still here. So thank you for being here. Okay, my friend got in trouble for destruction of government property. You can see why I'm yelling, right? Guess what she did? She gave her husband a hickey. Her husband's a Marine. The hickey was visible while he was in uniform. So she got a call saying, you harmed government property. Don't do it again. I'm dying. And then someone said, someone fix this, please. I'm assuming they meant to say, fix this. I mean, I'm pretty sure nobody in the Army or the U.S. government is going to call someone and say something like that. All right. Police officer, after pulling me. This is the most ridiculous story. Police officer, after pulling me over at 2:30 a.m. and asking me to step out of the car. Do you know you were doing 65 and a 55? Also, do you have any weapons on you? Me, with my hands on my head. I have my concealed carry license and I have 3 firearms on me right now. This is where it gets, it's not true. Police officer makes a confused face. Why? Me, in case I'm ever at the bank or something and terrorists come in and take hostages and they remove my 2 primary weapons, I will then still have a backup to defend myself. Police officer laughs, shakes my hand, and tells me to have a nice night. Lady police office partner smiles and makes eyes at me. It's just crazy. All right, I thought this person looked like Kim Kardashian, and there was something about Kim Kardashian where she pretended that one of her kids had taken her phone and took a picture of her and posted it without her knowing, which is absolutely very implausible. Okay, this person is like, so-and-so, her kid or whatever, or maybe her boyfriend, I don't know, blank took this photo yesterday as I went to grab my phone, and I looked back at it and I thought, I'm genuinely happy. This is me in my home, happy, because I feel beautiful and life is good. Her house doesn't look that nice, A, and B, this is very obviously posed. Okay, here's another one. My phone fell while I was on a timer, when it was on a timer, and this is what it got, laughing face. Just me out in this freezing weather taking pictures from my fans. Maybe I'll do some staged fake pictures. That would be kind of funny. I mean, it's obviously not. This is not what happens. How many times have you dropped your phone that's taken a picture? For me, none. Okay. Just watch the guy at Starbucks go to pay for his drink with his phone. And when he went to unlock it, one of my Insta photos was on his lock screen. Okay, then this person says, along those lines, another way to help sell your lie is by adding an element that makes it seem more possible. For example, if this girl had said it was a guy from her high school or her ex-boyfriend or something, maybe. But just some random guy, please. She's not a Kardashian. Or this girl. You know what I'm saying? Okay. One time I bought an entire jar of Nutella to eat in the airport security line, but I was too stressed out to eat it. So I got to TSA and they're like, ma'am, you're going to have to toss this in the bin. It's restricted. I swear to you, I looked up to an entire audience of people watching, all wide-eyed and stunned. They're making that girl throw away her Nutella? They were all watching to see what I was going to do. I just started digging in with my bare hands. I ate that entire jaw to the applause of the crowd. I'm not making this up. I wish I were. It's probably the dumbest thing I've ever done for a crowd. Afterwards, I tossed the empty can in the trash, and a bunch of people congratulated me, said it was worth it. Really? So, I mean, this has happened to me before. When we were coming back from Iceland a long time ago, we bought those little wine things in the duty free. Didn't even think about it. Took them on. Tried to take them on the plane. Seriously not thinking. They were like, you can't have these on the plane. And they like have to throw. I was like, oh man, I throw them away. And they said, well, you can't drink them. And I was like, no way am I going to stand here and like drink a whole bottle of wine. Or they were a small bottle, but They were small bottles, but there's a story about a guy that did that with vodka too. So, I mean, part of these could be urban legend, and this person just took it and turned it into something else. But it's not that great of a story. This is my opinion anyway. You let me know what you think. Okay. Someone found my address and ordered 5,000 pizzas to my house. And then this person says, would a pizza restaurant fill an order for 5,000 pizzas without payment ahead of time? I think not. It's also not very plausible that someone would spend 60K on pizzas just for a prank. And then how long would it take Pizza Hut to make 5,000 pizzas? And how would they deliver them? Logistically, this story just smells worse than a cow farm. Pam says, it's only 2 glasses. Oh, that's a funny story we have about drinking wine. Hey, a bottle's only 2 glasses. Ha ha. Yeah, regarding the wine. Yeah, now this story's funny. So just this last weekend, I was hanging out with my crazy friends. I have an awesome reel about it and some pictures on my page. So if you're not on here, or if you're on YouTube and you want to go over, go look at my Katie Horgan on Facebook, and it's on there. But so it was Friday night. We were all hanging out, and there was probably about 10 or 12 of us or something. And so my friend Tony ordered 15 burgers from Blake's Lotta Burger and 7 large fries. And it's Santa Fe, New Mexico, so they didn't have Uber Eats or whatever. And so my two of the friends went to go pick them up. And when they got there, the restaurant said, oh, we didn't make them. We thought it was a joke. And so then it took a really long time. So that's another reason why you would think that this one is absolutely not true. Okay, we're winding down now. Met a bunch of guys from Harvard yesterday, and I kept pretending like I never heard of that school just to piss them off. One of them legit turned red when I said, Harvard? Is that like a local community college? Seriously, they're not going to get that mad, and they're probably going to tell him what Harvard is. But I bet you they would think that he's lying just to make him mad. Oh, this one. Oh, my God. Okay. Thinking about the random woman that came up to me on the street today and proceeded to shower me with a 5-minute monologue about, how I'm so incredibly beautiful. It not only blinded her, but it also made her incredibly happy, and how my smile made her day, and how she now has to pass by here more often, only for the small chance of seeing my beauty again, etc. Let me tell you, I nearly cried. I think this might be my new Roman Empire. And here's the thing. She just took a picture of her coffee and whatever at the restaurant and just made that up. Like, if you are so beautiful and you think that much of yourself, why don't you include a picture of yourself? And can you imagine saying that? Like, I would be so embarrassed. I might tell my friend Pam, who's on here all the time, if somebody said that to me, I'd feel pretty darn cool, but I would feel weird about posting it. Okay, fancied a pizza. So instead of spending 40, euros on Domino's pizza, I paid 19 euro for return flights to Milan on Cheap Flights Club and $8 for the best pizza I've ever had. First of all, that would be a badass story, and it wouldn't be just about saving money, right? Like, it depends. If that short trip, and I guess they mean when they say for 19 euro for return flights, is that euro? That just means that's the round trip ticket from wherever they are. And it just depends on how long it is. So if they can take a flight for an hour, walk and get a pizza and go home, sure. But I mean, that is really an extreme lie for clout. All right, this one. Been 1 year since I got this. Not a single MF has tried anything. I guess they know the consequences. Really? Because you could look like a marshmallow and have that on your hand, and people would mess with you. It's not because of the tattoo. And also, lie for clout. What do you guys think? Oh, this one. Sure. I just blocked Taylor Swift on all social media platforms. Yep. Because you had to. What does she call? If you're not a Swiftie, then what does she call herself to you? I can't see his name. Okay, this might be the last one. Man does the unthinkable. I walked into a Chili's and the hostess asked, just a table for one? I replied, table for two. She looked around. Where's the other person? I smiled and said, it's not a person. It's my ambition, my drive, my unmatched profitable skills. She blushed and said, wow, I'm impressed. Right this way, sir. She sat me at the VIP table. Several onlookers were shocked. I could hear whispers. Most don't know what true success looks like. Yeah. I mean, I have a VIP table at Chili's. I don't know about you. One at Chili's, one at Denny's, one at Olive Garden. I mean, that's where you go to show off, right? And Chuck Tyler. Oh, yeah. She's talking about this guy. That's the guy. Oh, my God. I'm going to have to show that tomorrow. That's the funniest thing ever. Yeah. Can you imagine? So I walked into Chili's table for one, and nobody really cares anymore. For like, I've been eating by myself forever. Oh, okay. So here's the last one. It's a doozy. You ready for this one? This is somebody who totally just lies. See if I can get this one. Florida law enforcement agents have charged 48-year-old Keith R. Griffin, shown at the left, with 10 counts of possession of child blank after a detective found over 1,000 such images on his computer. In his defense, Mr. Griffin told detectives he would leave his computer on and his cat would jump on the keyboard. And when he returned, there would be strange material downloaded. He is in jail with bail at $250,000. His cat roams free. And then a guy commented, dude calls his left hand cat. So that last one was like not a guy that was lying about it. Oh, hi. But why do you do it? I don't get it. Let's talk about some final thoughts here. Pew, pew, pew. Final thoughts. Okay. So yeah, people lie online a lot. But here's the truth, okay? The real flex isn't the rented Lamborghini or the face-tuned abs. It's being unapologetically yourself. I'd much prefer you to be not perfect than perfect. Perfect is boring, okay? Post the weird selfie, the kitchen fail, the weird thing your dog did. Just don't script it unless you're doing a skit. That's the difference, okay? And go be real, be weird. And remember, Wi-Fi may connect us, but honesty helps keep us human. So I don't know. Tell me what you prefer. Since Pam's the only one on here, she might have to tell me before I leave if she has time. Like and subscribe because it will make Sid Squatch and his tiny hiney very happy. You can email me. Oh, I drop him every time. He's going to get mad at me. Get your keys from katie@gmail.com. And you know what Sid Squatch says? The journey begins with you, so be good to yourself. Oh my God, this went way longer. Sorry. Horgan loves you. That's me. Peace and love. I'm going to go show homes now, so I'll see you till next week.